What's up guys, welcome to today's video. Today we've got a special one for you because we're going to be unboxing a brand new model that has been in the pipeline for a very, very long time. So with that out of the way, let's get into it and see what we're looking at. So first off, we've got the front lights and we've also got the instruction manual with a little tool there as well. Just make sure there's nothing else in the box. Get rid of that. And here we go, we've got the scooter here. So this is the Solar FF Lite. This is our brand new premium model that's going to succeed the Solar R1 and is sort of an in-between model of the P1 Pro and the FF 2.0. So think of this as like a middle ground between the two. So let's go ahead and take this plastic off. And then we can take off some of these bits. So this is actually going to be your charger, and we've got another multi-tool which you're going to use to tighten everything up once you first get your scooter. So we can just put that over there for now. So yeah, with the Allen keys provided, what you can do is just lift up the handlebars and you're just going to take off this little bit here. Then all you want to do is position the handlebars over there like that until it locks into place. And all you want to do is just loosen the two screws until the handlebars can slide directly on. And once they're in nice and firmly, you can just go ahead and put the bolts back in and just tighten that up with the tool. And then lastly, you just reinsert that bigger bolt on top just to clamp everything down nice and secure. So there we go, we've successfully put the handlebars on. All that's left now is the lights, which we can do now. All you got to do is take off the plastic, screw them in on the front here with the two bolts and just plug them in and you're done. So let's go ahead and take these bolts out. Like that. And then what you need to do is simply marry them up to the holes on the front and just simply screw them into place like that. Okay, and then lastly, simply plug them in and just make sure the two arrows on the separate connectors are lining up. That way you know it's just going to be a perfect fit. It's like that. The same with this one. Line the arrows up. And there we go. And as far as setup is concerned, that is pretty much it. So taking a look at the design then, you can see that the FF Lite really takes some cues from the Solar R1 with this swing arm suspension system at the front. The difference being is this actually has a hybrid hydraulic and spring suspension. So this is actually adjustable suspension, whereas the R1 wasn't adjustable. This is completely adjustable to suit different rider weights and different riding styles. So we'll show you how to do that later. Moving on to the back then, similar to the R1, you've got a similar design here at the back, leading on to this hybrid suspension system that I just spoke about. You've got a whole new body, a whole new chassis, which is a lot more beefier. This feels like a very, very solid design. If I just move this about here, you can see that there is minimal free play in anything. In terms of brakes, you've got dual hydraulic disc brakes as standard, one at the back here, one at the front. So braking is not going to be a problem on this scooter. It's also got regen brakes, which is standard on all our scooters, so to just put a little bit of energy back into the battery as you're braking. This model actually comes with a steering dampener as standard, so if you're planning on going really, really high speeds, there's not going to be any worry of getting some speed wobble or anything like that, or if you hit a pothole, you are not going to get that wobble that you get on most scooters at high speed. And what's good about this as well is it's actually adjustable, so if you want it to feel a little bit more loose or have a little bit more play in the steering, you can go ahead and just twist this dial here to the minus and you'll have lots and lots of movement in the steering. Alternatively, you can turn it to the plus. If you know that you're going to be going high speeds and you really want that tight steering, you can turn that up there, and as you can see, it makes it a lot more difficult to steer. So if you're going at high speeds, it's really going to be rigid as you'd want it to be at high speeds. So moving on to the stem, you've got a much thicker stem than on the Solar R1, and then of course you've got this new folding mechanism here which works really well. It's basically a solid metal clamp that you can twist into place, and there is honestly zero movement in there. You've got solid handlebars and you've got your rubber grips and your controls for your front brakes, your controller, your voltage system, key start, single dual, eco mode, indicators and a horn. So that's it about the FF Lite's design. Now let's talk about the specs. In terms of power, you've got 3,200 watts of combined output from the motors at the front and the back. So yes, this is dual motor or wheel drive with a 4,800 watt peak output. In terms of battery, it's got a 60 volt, 23 amp hour battery, which is going to be good for around 45 to 50 miles per charge. Also, what's great about this scooter is it has brand new sine wave controllers. So in terms of power delivery, it's really going to be smooth on the acceleration. Think of it as having more degrees of freedom in the accelerator. It's not going to be as jolty. It's going to be a lot more smooth and controlled, similar to if you had, say, a twist throttle. In terms of charging, you've got your charger here, and it does come with a fast charger as standard. And of course, you've got your dual LED laser lights here, which are very bright. You've got your rear brake light here, and then your foot plate here, which is all solid metal, which includes a nice convenient carry handle as well. A couple of fenders, one at the front, one at the back. And in terms of design, that is pretty much it. So we'd love to get your thoughts on this. Let us know in the comments what you think of it. I personally love it. This is the first time I've seen the FF Lite in person, and I've got to say, I'm really liking the design. It looks sleek, very aerodynamic. I mean, the design of the deck, how it sort of shimmers down at the back, expands in the middle, and then tapers down at the front. And I'm loving the little solar logo on the center column there. That's a really nice touch. But overall, really solid, sturdy design. I'm really looking forward to testing out that steering dampener and seeing how much of a difference it actually makes in the riding of this scooter. So that is it for the FF Lite unboxing. I think it's time that we take this outside for a spin. Let's go. So guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please consider dropping a like and of course subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you, we'll see you in the next one.